I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys here. My experience on board airlines in the United States has not been incredible. In order to get an idea of what airlines in the US truly have to offer, I booked myself on a 4-leg journey. For the first leg of this trip, I'll be on board Delta Airlines. Alright guys, so done with that flight on Delta. That was a pretty good flight. And now I'm here at the Austin Airport, off to the next flight. What's up guys? So I'm here at the Austin Airport right now, and yeah, about to begin leg 2 of this 4-leg journey. And we're going to be on board American this time. Alright, so my flight today took me from Austin, Texas, all the way to Orlando, Florida. The total flight time was about 2 hours and 29 minutes, and the distance traveled was 1,127 miles, or 1,813 kilometers. So I made my way into the Austin airport, and just like last time, I avoided doing the online check-in just so I can see what the check-in experience is like at the airport. There were these self-service kiosks where you can go check in without having to wait in line. Unlike Delta, at the American Airlines kiosks, you could only check in using your reservation number. The interface also seemed to be slightly slower and less responsive than the ones of Delta at LAX. However, it also gave you more options to manage your booking at the kiosk as compared to Deltas, such as adding a frequent flyer number or adding children under the age of 2 onto your reservation. There were also a few optional upsells during this process. Eventually, I got my boarding pass printed. Before I left, the machines expressed their excitement of me being there. It also seemed that check-in lines and the baggage drop areas at the Austin airport weren't too crowded. I made my way towards the security checkpoint, and once again, the lines here weren't too long either. It took a total of about 5 minutes to get through the security checkpoint. Right after clearing security, the first thing I did, just as any sane person would do, was connect to the Wi-Fi at the Austin airport. Wi-Fi was available throughout the terminal, and passengers could choose from either a day pass, a monthly pass, or a complimentary service at slower speeds. I tested out the internet speed at the airport, and to be honest, I was very surprised by not only the download speed, but also the incredible upload speeds. If you're someone who works on the go, or are a digital nomad and have lots of large files to upload, you can easily do that using the Wi-Fi at the Austin airport. What's up guys? So here at the terminal at the Austin airport, and I have about Cool. So yeah, I have about 7 hours till the next flight. Yeah, let's check out the airport and play a little game called Airport or Scareport. Alright guys, let's get to it. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk all the way from that side of the terminal all the way to that side of the terminal. This was a bad idea. But before we do that, let's get some food first. I did not end up getting food first. Instead of getting food, I ended up walking for about, well, you'll see in a bit. Alright, so at this end of the hall, it's mostly just gates, as you see around. And yeah, now let's make our way that way. 1, 2, 3. So, there were shops, more shops, and then there were gates. Then there were shops, more shops, and then there were gates. Then there was a baby changing station if you wanted to swap out your current one. A woman's bathroom, a hydration station, and would you look at that, there was actually a men's bathroom. Then there were shops, more shops, and then there were gates. Then there was this spa where you could get a massage, as the Brits would say.
Massage.
And then there were shops, more shops, and then there were gates. There are so many shops here, I don't even understand where I should go and get some food. But yeah, let's do it. I did not end up getting food then. Shops. Hey, look, a place where you can get ice cream. Shops, more shops, even more shops, even more shops, even more shops. You better not be tired yet because there were more shops. Shops that looked like other shops we'd seen before. And finally, at the end of the hallway, there was, yep, you guessed it, another shop. There are so many shops here. So f***ing many shops. That's awesome. Then there were more gates. If you were tired of all the shops, there was plenty of seating available as well. There were also places where you could charge your electronic devices. And check this, if there weren't enough shops for you already, there were more coming soon. Being a city that's well known for its art and music, there were a lot of cool art exhibits at the airport. Once you got tired of all the shops, you could browse one of these various exhibits located throughout the terminal. Not only were there cool art exhibits, but there were a couple of murals decorating the bathroom walls, and also this one in a more central location. My favorite part of the airport was right next to Saxon Pub. It was a stage inside the terminal where you can see live music performances. As for you bird watchers out there were plenty of large windows giving views of flights taking off and landing. Oh, poor Spirit Airlines looked so lonely by itself in the corner. Anyways, there was a Lego vending machine and also a cupcake vending machine, which was cool. Finally, after about 2 hours of walking around the terminal, I decided to go grab some food. I settled on this place that served the Impossible Burger and decided to try it out. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. Right before I boarded the flight, I also got some great life advice in the bathroom. Alright guys, so Austin Airport, there are plenty of shops, there's plenty of seating, there are plenty of areas where you can charge your electronic devices. It covers basically everything that you would potentially need at an airport. There were vending machines where you could buy food, which is great if you end up getting stuck here for an overnight layover. The only thing this airport is missing, or perhaps maybe I just didn't see it, are longer seats where you can just go and have a nap if you're here on a longer layover. Although I'm tempted to label this a Scareport just because of the sheer number of shops that are there at the airport, Austin-Bergstrom International is definitely an airport. So boarding finally began. Our scheduled boarding time was 8:28 p.m. and the gates opened at 8:43 p.m. It wasn't the end of the world by any means, but definitely not as punctual as some of the other airlines. Also, there was a last-minute gate change from gate 23 to gate 3. I noticed later that I had an email from American about this gate change, so they were pretty good on keeping passengers updated about any changes. The cabin looked nice and clean, but definitely didn't look as sleek and aesthetic as some of the competitors. I then made my way to the seat 27A. There was a decent amount of legroom available, and the seats were fairly comfortable. The seatback pocket had the regular safety information card, the in-flight entertainment and information, which contained the menu, and a barf bag. There was also a seatback holder for a mobile or tablet device, so you can place it where the entertainment system would have otherwise been. There was a USB charging port, and there was a standard seatback tray. There was also a fully adjustable headrest. There was also a foldable armrest that housed the recline button. The seat recline was fairly minimal, only a few inches at most. There was also a universal power outlet under every seat. The overhead panels featured individual AC vents and also individual reading lights. Eventually, we taxied out to the runway, the cabin lights were dimmed, and it was time for us to make our way into the skies.
Hey guys, so got the announcement saying that we are at our cruising altitude now, and we have about an hour and a half before we get to Orlando. Just super tired after the long day at Austin Airport. And yeah, looks like the snack service has begun.
The service finally began, and honestly, this was the first time I've seen snack service in a dark cabin. The friendly crew members came by and handed us the snacks, a pack of Biscoff biscuits and a pack of pretzels. There were complimentary beverages available on board as well, and you could choose between a variety of soft drinks and juices. There was also a variety of buy on-board snacks and cocktails. Alcohol was also available for purchase on board. There were, however, no meals available for purchase on board. Alright, after having the snack, I decided to check out the onboard Wi-Fi. Once you were connected to the onboard Wi-Fi, it would take you to the American Airlines portal, where you can also access the in-flight entertainment options. Unfortunately, there was no flight tracker available on this portal, except for that bar on the top of the page. As far as in-flight entertainment options go, there were plenty of movies, TV shows, and live TV available as well to stream directly on your mobile device. There was also free access available to Apple Music while on board to listen to your favorite artists. Now, as far as internet goes, there was a 1-hour flight pass, a full flight pass, and a time-limited complimentary access to the internet. There were also monthly subscription plans for frequent flyers. For this flight, I decided to try out the complimentary Wi-Fi. What I liked about the complimentary Wi-Fi is that you didn't need to sign up with your phone number or email. You just had to watch an ad and you would be connected to the internet. Alright, so it seems that this guy's loving his life and has wonderful relationships, all because of the boxers that he's wearing. The free onboard Wi-Fi was limited to 20 minutes. Right after being connected, I was taken to the Tommy John's website. Although I was incredibly hyped about the fulfilling life I could have if I bought a pair of these boxers, I still had a flight review to do. So yeah, let's get to that. The download speeds on board were not too bad at all for a free Wi-Fi service. The upload speeds weren't that great, to be honest. After getting some cool views of the United States from the dark skies above, it was time for me to go film myself in the bathroom so I can tell other people how it was.
You son of a bitch! Why? Tell me why!
To be honest, this bathroom looked really cool with the blue light when the door was open. Yeah, that changed when the door was closed though. It was pretty tight in there, to say the least. It was a pretty standard airplane bathroom, nothing out of the ordinary here. There was a magical paste that would foam up when mixed with water, but getting that foamy paste off your hands would definitely prove a challenge given the size of the sink. There was also an ashtray that seemed like it could double up for a coat hook. Although, given that there was no smoking allowed on board, I wonder why they even included an ashtray. As I made my way back to the seat, we started our descent into Orlando. As we got these beautiful views from above Florida, I had some time to reflect on my flight with American Airlines. The check-in experience was very easy. The boarding, however, wasn't on time. Once on board, the hard product, the cabin and seat, don't seem to be as modern and aesthetically appealing as the ones on board Delta. The lack of an entertainment system definitely gives the cabin a bit of a low-cost carrier feel, but the seats are fairly comfortable and there's a good amount of legroom available. The only place where I feel that American Airlines was just a little better than Delta was with the soft product. The cabin crew on board this flight were professional, patient, and personable. The flight today cost about $75. Given that the low-cost carriers only charge $15 to $20 less than this, American is definitely the better option over the low-cost carriers. Although, it is hard to justify taking American over the other major airlines, especially if they're priced similarly, given that some of the other airlines have better hard products when compared to American. I'd love to know what you guys think about American Airlines. Have your experiences been similar to mine? Would you recommend them to someone? Let me know down in the comments below.
What's up, guys? So, just got off the flight in Orlando. Finally, there we go. Forgot where I was for a second. Anyways, tired as hell. First order of business is going to be finding out where the flight departs from tomorrow morning, and navigating close to that terminal, that gate, and then find a place to sleep.